Well, the Green Flag Award scheme is the UK standard and rapidly becoming the international standard for the management of parks and green spaces. So we're all about setting standards for parks management, but also assessing those parks against the Green Flag Award criteria. And then those parks that are reaching that standard then can fly a flag for the next 12 months to demonstrate to the public they're a good quality park. They've engaged the community to deliver what the community want from their green space, and they're of some of the highest quality parks in the world. We're at the conference today because we see parks and green spaces being fundamental to the nation's health. Often it can be very difficult to get people involved in formal sport, but actually just going for a walk in the park is exercise, and actually having quality parks and green spaces, we know if they are of quality, that will encourage people to get outdoors and exercise simply by going for a walk in a park. And maybe when they get there, get involved in some more of the formal sports, using exercise equipment in the park. They're just so vital, and one thing we're really passionate about is making sure they're of quality, making sure they're protected for future generations, because if we lose them, they're gone. They won't be recreated. Well, our projects are ensuring that as many people as possible in the country live close to Green Flag Award quality park and green space. The majority of organisations we work with are local authorities, but over the next 12 months, as well as continuing to work with local authorities, we're also working with the university sector. So we already have 26 university campuses with the Green Flag Award. We're also working with the social housing sector as well, because the social housing sector is responsible for a huge amount of green space. And actually the people who live in social housing can benefit the most from being active and getting active in green space. But if that space isn't of quality, actually it can have the negative effect. So working with social landlords, we're encouraging them to adopt the Green Flag Award standard. We'll be supporting them with we have 700 Green Flag Award assessors who are all volunteers. They're there to go out and advise people and support them and help them to raise the quality of green space within housing areas to the Green Flag Award standard, and let's get people active in those green spaces. I think it's absolutely vital. We need to do so much more about raising the profile of this agenda. Events like this are essential, where we're bringing people, the experts together who are telling us around the benefits of getting people active, making sure people exercise, making sure people improve the quality of their lives, and actually reduce the costs for the country. Our NHS bill is, there's this forecast that obesity in the country by 2050 will cost us £50 billion, and we need to be investing money now into ensuring that people get active, and we don't end up in years to come actually spending far more than we would spend now on dealing with ill health. Yeah, I think the personal highlight was listening to some of the speakers, and particularly the speaker from the doctor from Public Health England, who's talking about how a lot of the issues could be addressed if we started getting people active, encouraging people to go out and use parks and green spaces rather than spending a huge amount of money on writing prescriptions for people, which costs money. So that's really a highlight for me, and there is that growing recognition that actually we should be prescribing exercise rather than prescribing drugs. And how we can build on that. It was interesting, I thought when he was talking, I think there's, you think about there's a lot of derelict buildings in parks and at the entrances to parks, and, how can they be turned into part of our health service? How could we have doctor surgeries in them? How could we have people within those buildings from the health service who are encouraging people to get active in their local park and green space? So I think there's an opportunity there we could use.